All right, the Indiana Pacers make quick work of the Milwaukee Bucks, 129-103. I am riding solo today. Kwab's not here. Let's just get straight to the box score. Miles Turner, 23 points, 5 rebounds. Tyrese Haliburton, 17, 15, and 8. Nemhard with 18 points, 4 of those being three-pointers. Giannis did all he can do, 25, 10, and 10. Kevin Porter Jr. off the bench in for Dame Lillard for 23, 6, and 5. And Bobby Portis with 14. Honestly, guys, there's really not much to talk about here. The Bucks just can't guard the Pacers. They can't guard them. They can't stay in front of them. They can't guard the three-point line. They are not as athletic. Even if Dame doesn't go down in this game, the Pacers win this game. And I don't want to say that to kind of dilute what Dame means to the Bucks or how good of a player Dame Lillard is. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a top 75 player of all time. He's not stopping any penetration that the Pacers had all game. Dame's not stopping that. He's not. He's not stopping Tyrese Haliburton do whatever he wants with the pick and roll. He's not stopping T.J. McConnell getting into the paint whenever he wanted. Obi Toppin had a fantastic game. Miles Turner was beasting in the paint the whole time. Pascal Siakam didn't even do anything today. He didn't need to do anything today. They went zone. The Bucks tried zone. Still with the ball movement, eating into the space of the zone. There's gaps of the zone. If they weren't doing that, Pascal was in the middle passing out to open three-point shooters, and the Pacers were just hitting their shots. There was nothing, I repeat, there was nothing that the Milwaukee Bucks could have done today to prevent the ass whipping that the Indiana Pacers just gave them. The Pacers are just a better team. That's just flat out, that's what it is. They are a better team than Milwaukee Bucks. On the other side of the basketball, when Giannis Antetokounmpo is your best player and your only option for the most part, all you have to do is just kind of load up, prevent him from, I guess, barging his way to the hoop. You can only prevent it so much, but there's not a lot of dynamics with the Bucks offense. There just isn't. You know, if Kevin Porter wasn't doing his own thing and being creative outside of Giannis, there was nothing else they had going for them. They went down big early. Giannis seemed to take it upon himself to score the basketball, which I understand. But with that, was a lot of two-pointers, was a lot of mid-range shots, was him going to the hoop. And every two they got, the Pacers came back and hit three. You were missing players like A.J. Green that were wide open. Bobby Porter's hit 2 threes, but, he was open a few times, missed out on that. Just the math wasn't mathing. The Pacers out-mathed them. They outplayed them out everything. Giannis can only do so much. And I just think even though this series is 3-1, this series is over. It's going out in 5. The Pacers are going back to Indiana. And I think you're going to see a very similar game to what you saw today, which is the Indiana Pacers just dominating the basketball game. I think that's just what it is. I mean, we've talked about it, Kwab and I, a few times on the dime where we said that a lot of people are sleeping on the Indiana Pacers. A lot of people still kind of have this idea that they're the team they were last year that struggled on the defensive end and every game's 145-142. That's not the case. This team picks you up full court now. They apply ball pressure. They have perimeter defenders. They have a paint presence with Miles Turner protecting the rim. This is a legit basketball team that is going to give the Cleveland Cavaliers a run for their money in the second round. Not saying I'm picking them, but what I am saying is that if you're a Cavs fan, if you're an NBA fan that thinks next round is going to be a snooze fest or an easy walk in the park for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's not. This Pacers team is really freaking good, and they can shoot, they can pass, they are about as modern of a basketball team as you can get. If aliens came down from the sky and said, show me what basketball looks like in the year of 2025, I might show you the Indiana Pacers as a team. As individuals, I might show somebody else. But as a team, the Indiana Pacers. They run. They shoot the three. They're athletic. They switch on defense. They can guard the pick and roll. They do the pick and roll on offense. They're just a really good basketball team. They're not the best team in the league, but they're a team that is going to be very annoying to get out of the playoffs if you're an Eastern Conference team, be it the Cavs next round or the Celtics the round after that if they get past the Cavs. To me, the story about today is a story about the whole series, and it's that for the most part, for an overwhelming majority of this series, without Gary Trent Jr. going absolutely out of his mind, the Indiana Pacers have been the better team in this series. And it's not even close, if I'm being honest with you. It's not surprising that we have these outcomes. I know Dame missed game 1. I know he was out game 3. But the problems with the Bucks in this series stemmed from them not being able to guard the Indiana Pacers, and you're not going to get that defense from Dame Lillard. You're not. I know that there was a sequence last night or the other night, Game 3, where Dame locked up Tyrese Haliburton for a possession. You're not getting that from Dame. It's not who especially with the pick and roll, he dies on screens. For as good as Dame is, defense is not his strong point. Now, would you have gotten some offense and maybe another kick? Maybe the Bucks would have been able to keep up offensively with the Pacers, maybe, but it would have been the same old story on the other end. And Kevin Porter Jr. had a fantastic game filling in for Dame. It's not like when Dame went out, his replacement didn't do anything. Kevin Porter Jr. was the second best Buck on the floor tonight by a mile. So they got some type of, they got some type of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Reinforcement with Kevin Porter Jr. Just wasn't enough. They're not good enough. There's no inside presence outside of Giannis. Brook Lopez really didn't do much at all. They couldn't guard the pick and roll. They weren't turning them over. They weren't getting out and getting easy buckets. The Pacers just dominated the game, and they've dominated the series, and I fully expect them to dominate Game 5. All right, listen, that's all I got for you from this game. Kwab's not in today, dealing with some family stuff. Had some family obligations. That's all good. Tomorrow, we got Cavs Heat. We're probably going to recap the Warriors-Rockets Game 4. That's going to be a great one. So stay tuned for that. You can subscribe right below, all that good stuff. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment who you think is going to win Game 5. I'll ask the question below. You can follow us everywhere at The Dime NBA. I'm Josh Rodriguez, at Josh_Rodriguez_. We'll see you tomorrow. Kwab will be back for game reactions on The Dime. Peace.